Hi, I'm Ryan Lim, the group leader of Group 9. My members are Wu Chan Yi and Wong Zheng Yao. We are going to talk about VR and AR.
In the world that enhances technology, the rising of imagination in the realm of unknown has been presenting with a virtual reality and augmented reality. These two products may define as a product for presenting us humanity with the phenomenon live in the technology of our world, and it has provided many opportunities to many industries and given insight of how our future will become and change. To summarize, as the humanity constantly upgrading and evolving, our everyday life has been starting to link with virtual reality and augmented reality. Not only that, this has been changing our lifestyle in many forms of ways that we have to do as a routine in our regular daily basis.
So, what is VR? VR is a virtual reality. It removes a user from a real-world experience by replacing a completely simulated digital world. In order to use VR, the user are required to have a VR headset, so it can only completely take over the user vision and give user the impression that the user are in somewhere else. On the other hand, AR is augmented reality. AR helps user to experience the real world by digitally augmented or enhanced. AI is designed for free movement while projecting the image to anywhere at any time. So it's not like VR have a high requirement. For AR, just need a mobile phone that will be more than enough to run an AR program.
VR and AI is for technical implementation and product. Virtual reality can be used for major in medical and healthcare section, medical training, application for surgery, training, and therapy. Nowadays, there are healthcare facilities starting to treat patients that have anxiety, pain management, as well as patients that need neural recovery with using VR simulation. The suggestion for users that want that are planning to quit smoking or manage a healthy diet for better lifestyle are also being a huge part of success in VR medical field.
Augmented reality is a system that immerses with existing object rather than artificial object and able to add feature to it. AR can also find in many fields like VR. Augmented reality have been a huge access to the area of design like the development and design of physical models that are three-dimensional, which have been an important part of the data. The advanced features like vision technology could be implemented in design ecosystem. Augmented reality have been an efficient and power of cyber content on the reality. The designer of AR and software are still believing that the traditional tools are still very useful. For example, the understanding of existing mental models, paper, and video content.
VR application. VR offers an integrated approach including interactive modeling, flexibility analysis, and comprehensive assessment in product development. The application related to development product design include design review, human factor study, digital accessibility, trading and learning, automated repair, prototyping, manufacturing, system simulation, web-based application, and teleoperation. On the other hand, AI is a technology that turns the physical world into digital interface, teaching job and customer application in diverse fields such as public safety, oil and gas, medical, tourism, games like Pokemon Go, and marketing are all examples of AI application.
VR is being used on some simulator of complete immersion game or some other stuff. For example, of VR, the game of Beat Saber is using VR to let user have a great experience. No Man's Sky is kind of VR game too, and there are other more. Next, AI is suitable for users which need to connect a digital world to our real world, like some game or some useful apps such as GPS, Cobra Position System, and Pokemon Go, and other more.
So what is the special between VR and AR? VR is a popular medium that gives businesses the opportunity to take a chance and creating their physical presence in both the real and virtual world. Immersive technology provides a computer simulated world, and cutting-edge applications are used with emerging development. Besides that, AI has the ability to boost efficiency, provide realistic experience, automate existing process, expand the information available, provide access to data in the real time, provide innovative method of visualizing challenge and solution, and strengthen collaboration.
Next, I'm going to talk about the comparison of characteristics about VR and AR. For VR, it had a fixed environment, but AR not. Besides that, VR also requires certain device to run For example, need a VR headset, but for AR, it had not so much requirement. AR just need a mobile phone, then it's more enough to run the AR program. Other than that, VR are helping users to experience the real world around in the fixed environment by totally digital world. But AR is inserting image of object into an environment that we want. It's kind of overlaying the real world and digital world. Lastly, for VR, it's using 3-dimensional to let user have a great experience, but for AR, it could be 2 or 3-dimensional based on what situation user made.
In VR technique grade, VR device suitable for virtual prototyping must be capable of handling very large geometric complexity. Besides that, relative to other fields such as engineering, medicine, or architecture, VP is the most interactive type of AR application. The three main different techniques of AR are AR handset, AR spatial, and AR head attach. In implementation of VR, modeling can be used in math, engineering, and science to explain and validate a range of principles and hypotheses. VR simulation will offer a virtual experience for us as well as provide the required details and countering evaluation. Move on to AR implementation. The probability and compatibility between machine and other computer device and capacity to provide a vast volume information without paper. So for the product of VR are education like Lab VR sensor and 3D space. Furthermore, AR product are games like Pokemon Go, 3D views like Sunseeker and Google Map GPS. The last is computer operating system. VR computer operating system replace the computer with a height-mounted display such as 2D and 3D apps. From computer OS of AR using natural user input such as eye gaze, gestures, and speech.
Now, I'm going to talk about the pros and cons for virtual reality and augmented reality. The first pro of VR is able to be used in various fields. The second con of VR is that it provides views that are detailed. The first con of VR is that it is very high cost. The second con of VR is that the technology is still in test phase. Then as VR, augmented reality also has their own negative side. The first con of AR is that we can do communication with digital. The second con of AR is that it supports business activity. The first con of AR is that the privacy and security may leak. And the second con of AR is that it can be very costly.
In conclusion, VR and AR can be considered as the next step in the advancement of digital age. VR and AR have the ability to make a big difference in the world in the future. Furthermore, VR and AR have the opportunity to save human life, help associate market grow, or even minimize the confrontation media by allowing people to access unlimited content and also learning experience. Thanks, that's all for our group.